Hello, everybody. Actually, we're talking about altcoins, and I don't know how many of you, how many, well, we're few here. I know everybody knows what's Bitcoin about, yes, but some must know also about altcoins. But how many altcoins do you think there are actually, Alex? 1,000. You're much more than what they are. Actually, we have about 400 altcoins going around, yes, which is an alternative to a Bitcoin, yes. Actually, Bitcoin is not the only way, the only currency that we have. So what I'm trying to do is, we are in a very tech world, yes. Lots of people who are into Bitcoins are really technical guys who are studying new ways of solving the problems that they find in the real life, in what value exchange means. And what I think is that we are moving towards a new way of using and selling the currency. Actually, when we use money, yes, there is no need to convince you to use such money, because there's a law that you need to use dollars, yes. Even if you don't like the bill, how it looks like, you need to use the dollar. Even if you don't like the way you transfer it, you need to use the dollar, yes. But when we're talking about altcoins, or when we're talking about Bitcoin and these digital currencies, you must choose which one you want to use. So this is, for us, it's like a new effort we have to do, yes, and to understand that in this case we're selling a currency that we want people to use because it's a better currency. Okay, so let's see how this is being done. Actually, when I'm founder of the Bitcoin Foundation in Argentina, a Bitcoin embassy, Latin American Association of Bitcoin. I mean, I'm a big promoter of Bitcoin in general. I'm helping also with the Global Bitcoin Alliance. I'm helping with a new altcoin, another one, but it's really clever altcoin, which is called NimbleCoin. And I'm the former owner of bitcoins.com, which was a loyalty program, which will probably turn into another one soon with Adam. So let's remember a bit about the past. Yes, how was before this altcoin thing? Yes, how from Bitcoin we went to new kinds of money. Well, before Litecoin, we had Namecoin, X and EO coins, Solid coin, Gaze, Gel, and Tenebix Fairfix. I'm not much a tech guy. Yes, I'm a marketing guy. I'm a licentiate in advertising. So perhaps I'll go a bit over this. But the main one, the Namecoin, is one of the only coins. It was one of the first ones, and they really thought about giving an alternative use to this public ledger, yes, which is the blockchain, that has already been introduced by Adam. And they've done a public ledger of registering domain names in a system for registering domain names. So this is the only, of all the altcoins that they are actually ongoing, this is the only altcoin which has a real alternative use of the blockchain, yes, beyond transferring values and currencies. And it's really, it works. I don't know if it will gain mass adoption, but it's something that really works. But beyond this, all the other coins had some things that made us understand how the next coins, which are actually, this is the past, which are actually being done, should do. Actually, pre-mined coins, EOX coin and IO coin, as they were pre-mined, I don't know if you know, in Bitcoin you have to put computers to create the coins before they are able to be spent. In the first ones, they were always pre-mined. They said, why to put all this computer power and putting them to pre-mine, to mine the coins? So we realized that pre-mining was not the best solution. Yes, they got no traction. Yes, people didn't like this concept of pre-mining. They know that they have to spend money in putting computers. They have to spend lots of money invest lots of money and fight for being the one who discovers the coin. So the first steps allow us to understand which are the things, allowed us to understand which are the things that really work or not work. They got lack of support. People didn't like this concept, yes? And so actually when you do a coin, you need the community to keep sponsoring the development of such a coin. So if you don't get support, you won't be able to do it. In Solid Coin 2, they saw that they start to have this problem of spamming, yes? They did open, everybody could mine, yes? But they had like miners who start spamming the network and doing DDoS attacks and those kind of things that made it impossible to keep doing it. So they did a Solid Coin 2. They thought about centralized mining. So centralized mining was not a good solution. It's something that is not in actual altcoins. Grayscale also was an old one. And Tenebrix and Fairfax was the first one to introduce script versus SHA, which is, in one case, for doing mining, yes, you need to put your computer hardware. I mean, there are two different ways of making the proof of work, yes? And script was a very clever introduction which allowed computers demanded computers to have more memory power than hardware power. Yes, they need to have lots of RAM, yes, instead of having computational power. So actually, as RAM is much more expensive than the simple chipset, it was more complicated to have big computers running this, so everybody could start mining in her house, and they thought they would be more competitive with their own computers than big computers. So what happened? Litecoin is the first real altcoin that gained a lot of traction in the community. And why it did it? It was not because it was a better coin, because they have a new solution, but because they thought about marketing, yes? And I will try to move you through the marketing aspect of the coins, yes? What does it mean they thought about marketing? First, they realized about pre-mining was not a good solution. They said, let's not pre-mine. They pre-announced. They allowed everybody to be able to know on the 1st May we will start mining, and everybody could go and start pre-mining. They chose script mining against CPU, yes, or GPU, which was in Bitcoin we had CPU mining, GPU mining, and then we have ASICs. Yes, ASICs are specific hardware made for achieving a specific solution. Yes, so once you do specific chipsets for mining, you get extremely more power and extremely more hashes per second. So script, so he thought, well, there's a lot of computers that will lose the chance of gaining Bitcoins. So let's build something for those other computers that are being left. Yes. So a big part of the community, of the mining community, said, okay, I'll start mining Litecoin. And that was a clever marketing approach. They thought about who they wanted to bring and to aim to with this new coin. And so they brought them into their project. Marketing, they chose a good name. They didn't say IO coin, in Altcoin. EO, no one understands it. But Lite, everybody gets the concept of Litecoin. Much faster, much quicker. So actually, he also achieved a concept which was silver to gold. It's like silver to gold. And that's also a marketing strategy. Yes, and everybody thinks of Litecoin like silver to gold. And you will say, yes, because it's obvious it's like silver to gold, but no, it's a marketing strategy where he chose a way of fixing the name to a concept. Why is this a silver to gold? Because it's twice faster, and it has it's 4 times faster. Instead of taking 10 minutes to making a confirmation, it takes 2.5. And it has 4 times the amount of coins that will be minted in the future. So it's really like silver to gold, but it's just a marketing concept. And he had a good support, quick reaction, and he really got a lot of people working on this new concept. But finally, it's just copy-paste. And Charlie Lee, who is the one who did this, he says, yes, it was copy-paste. I took all Bitcoin concept, which is open source. Yes, anybody can do new altcoins. He changed some things, and all the else was the same. So let's understand the present. What's happening today in this altcoin sphere? We have hundreds of altcoins, as I said, about 400 altcoins, which they bring technical variances. Yes, hey, we would need an altcoin that achieves this, achieves that. So, okay, we'll try to find a way of programming this into the altcoin. They are bringing new economic theories. Some altcoins, like Bitcoin, they get appreciated during the time. Some they get demurraged. Some are let's see if we can introduce inflation into the altcoins. So all these things are being tried, and that's why we have so many altcoins. Then we have 4 or 5 different kinds of altcoins. On blockchain, we have the main Bitcoin blockchain, yes, which is the most secure blockchain actually in existence, because it's the one that has more miners. It's more difficult to go against it. Just to give you an idea how secure is Bitcoin, you would need about 80,000 times the power of the 500 more powerful computers in the world. 80,000 that, yes, is the amount of hashes that the actual Bitcoin platform, yes, gives for supporting the security and creating Bitcoins. So if you would like to somehow take advantage of Bitcoin in a non-proper way, you should need at least half of such a power, which is millions and millions of dollars, just to achieve some kind of thing, which is much more easier. Go and print your own money and try to print dollars instead of trying to do something on Bitcoin. So those who are working on the blockchain are color coins, which are based, it's actually Bitcoin, what you're moving, but you're tainting the coin of the Bitcoin into another coin. Counterparty, they work on blockchain. Every transaction is on the Bitcoin blockchain, but you have to burn Bitcoins. They give you new coins, which are transacted. Each transaction goes into the blockchain too. Mastercoin, I won't talk too much about Mastercoin. We have the guys here of Mastercoin, but it's one of the most clever ones. Actually, you build new things through. I mean, you script some things in the coin. Off-chain, you have new Bitcoins which build new blockchains. Yes, each blockchain has the risk to be affected, yes, by external power. So I actually don't suggest to use altcoins which have new blockchains, because they have it until you don't have value into the altcoin. Yes, you don't know how much people will try to take it down. Yes, actually Bitcoin has $6 billion into it, so there's a lot of people trying to take it down, but they can't because it's so secure. But instead, if you put value into a different altcoin, into a different blockchain, eventually, if you are not ready yet, they can take you down. Then you have things like Ripple and open transactions. Ripple is most like an IOU. Yes, I give you money, you give me a voucher of the money that I gave you, and I can transfer the voucher, and if everybody believes in me, that voucher has value. I don't like much more the concept. This is about having IOUs as assets. Bitcoin-backed open transactions is sort of the same, but you have to back this asset with an additional Bitcoin. So you know that this asset, which is backed by trust in me, is also backed by the trust in the Bitcoin, which is layered, it's being backed by the asset. Then you have side chains. Yes, side chains are the same of Bitcoin. They use the blockchain. Yes, they move to a specific wallet, some Bitcoins. Those Bitcoins goes to a alternative, more quick, more whatever you want to do it with this new altcoin. You can give new aspect to the altcoin. Goes outside the blockchain, it does transactions, and then you go back into the blockchain. It's like having two different rows, but they are all connected between them. So sidechain is really a good way of using the blockchain. You have Turing complete, things that are being done from the scratch, which have a lot of programming into it, allows you to do with 8 lines of code, building new concepts, fully new concepts of altcoins. This yet has to gain traction. You don't know if it will really succeed. It's very interesting, one of the most interesting things that is happening actually in the Bitcoin community, but you don't know if it will really succeed. You have scripting, which is building a coin based on some parameters, like some programming, but not really doing a new blockchain. So we have Nimble coin, which is this new coin, which has it's done from scratch. It's a new blockchain, but it has some things that makes it really interesting. Has 5 seconds average block rate, which makes 20 seconds for a full confirmation. And actually, we do have some things that try to achieve 30 seconds, 1 minute, but they haven't done it from scratch. It's just from Bitcoin platform. So they have these problems with forking. Actually, they haven't thought how to solve the forking problem. You can have 2 people finding the same block at the same time, then they start working on different chains. Actually, this has a solution for being unable to have new chains, and this is very clever. And every transaction which is not in your block will be then sent to the other block once it's confirmed that it's a good block. You have about from 300 to 1,000 transactions per second. Actually, the Visa network has 2,000 transactions per second, so this is a very big opportunity. And it has safe merge mining. Merge mining is while you're mining Bitcoin, you don't have to waste more money. You just activate an option to also mine some other coin, yes, which has some risks, but they have found also a way of avoiding the risk of merge mining. So you could actually have a new coin using the same power and security that Bitcoin has. And this is short cover is like a translation of Spanish. It's like there's no one thing that fits all. But actually, if you would like a more private coin, perhaps you couldn't have more decentralized. No, it would be more decentralized, but you would have some other things. So for example, if you want more transactions per second, it would take more size in the blockchain. So you can achieve everything in a coin. You have to choose. But the one who really achieves a bit of everyone is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is yet always in the center, in the middle of all the new coins. Yes, you have many things that you would like to achieve with the coins, but actually you can achieve them all. So you have to choose how you want your coin to be. Now let's think about the future, and this is, again, it has to do with the marketing. Stop thinking in the tech, yes? Actually, the technical aspects are cool, but the technical aspect of the things of the legacy systems that we use today, like credit card, for example, you need so many people to make it really work, yes? People understanding if you're signing a paper offline, then they check if that signature is true. I mean, they take 28 days to transfer you the money. They take so much fees from you. It's actually it's unuseful, but it's what everybody uses. So it's not about the tech, it's about how much it's used, yes? So if we won't be thinking about new tech, we could use things that already are here, Bitcoin and merge mining and whatever we want to choose. But what we have to check is that let's choose a technology which is really secure. That's the only concept that we have to take in mind, put in mind. Let's stop thinking about the price. Everyone who's doing new Bitcoins, new altcoins says, well, how we stabilize the price, how this will go from 0 to 10,000 millions, 10x, 20x. And actually, when we think about this is going to be used, we don't want a stable currency. We want a currency that we can trust on, that we put $10 and tomorrow we have $10 again. Yes. So it's not all about investment, all about gaining price in the altcoin system. If you want really to be a company to use it, they want to make a budget on it. They don't want to play as if it was an asset. Then target specific audiences. I prepared something also for the coin. for the gaming, and which I show later. So think what the audience needs and try to aim the technology eventually or your marketing to that audience. And from a service that you're offering that audience, try to earn the money, not from the coin taking value in because it gets appreciated. And focus on the marketing strategy. It's all about marketing. As I said, if it's not about going, about you have the legal need to use this currency, then it's all about marketing. You have to choose which currency you want. So going into marketing, one of the things that is start happening or will start happening is branded coins. Yes, you could have a company minting their own tokens. And why this is possible? First, because as we said about the prices, yes, the price is fixed by the brand. This coin is values 1 cent, 10 cents. You already fixed the price. User base, we said we need adoption. If you have a brand, you have the user base. That's your brand, that's your user base. Benefits, you can scale it globally. I start something in the United States, I can do it in China with no effort. It's the same platform. You don't need to invest that much in database storage. It's decentralized. This blockchain is everywhere. Everybody offers his own computer for saving storage, for saving your data. And you achieve lower costs. So this is something that might start happening, but be careful because transaction costs, yes, is something that we tend to ignore. But if we are doing branded coins and we are moving 2 cents from here to there, and we have a transaction cost, which in Bitcoin is very low, can be 5 cents. But 5 cents for microtransactions might be high, yes? 5 cents for moving $10,000 on $1 million is very low. So in branded coins, we have to take into account these transaction costs. And the responsibility, actually, if I offer you, hey, take Bitcoin, it's your risk. But if I'm backing a coin and I'm saying, hey, use my coin, and then this platform is hacked by external people, I have some liability against Nike, which I offered him, use my coin. So these are things that have to be taken into account when you are thinking in branded coins. Oh, what happened with the presentation? Well, I had something about the gaming system, the gaming platform, which really, you could be doing a coin in which when you're transferring value, if I use Bitcoin for buy the gold in the game, yes, and then this gold, I already have it, and I can move it to another game, you would gain traction because you have users of such game that will be coming to mine because they can use the same currency, and you're really moving money because as they bought this gold and they got these coins which has value in the market, in the gaming market, when you're moving them back to a new game, yes, actually you're moving money because those coins that are being moved have market value. So this would be a clever thing to do in the gaming industry. Also, you could brand those coins, yes, and once they move from one game to another, they can change name. There's no problem. It's just programming. And also, you could go into a scripting mode where you could achieve more technical solutions in this value transfer. If you say, well, if this guy already has 10,000 coins, let's give them something else. This is not an overlay. It's put into the altcoin itself. So other uses could be in-game tokens, near-field communication, asset transfers, and operations. Yes, you could open the door just by a near-field transfer of value. I have this token. This is my key. I have certain amount of tokens because I rent for 1 month. So during a month, I will be transferring 1 token a day from my key to the door. You can have the membership-oriented tokens, sports, music, and other kind of tokens. I don't know. I'm fan of this one, so I can do coins for my fans, which are they can use it for, I don't know, buying T-shirts or things like that. You could build voting or collaboration platforms. Also, you could avoid trolls if you say, hey, you have 30 coins for posting. you won't post everything. Yes, you will try to post only good things, because you're wasting part of the value that you have for posting. And let's remember that kids are used to trade. They trade cards. Yes, they're not used to move money, but they are used to trade. And these coins actually is trading things from one place to another. So eventually, thinking about it, we could find some way of introducing kids into this new technology. Well, that's it. Thanks.
Thank you. We only have time for one quick question, so I'm going to just throw it out there. Aside from Bitcoin, if you're buying one, which?
I actually don't. It depends. I think that Darkcoin is actually going up because it's a concept that gives anonymity. Many in our actual community would like to have a more anonymous coin, and Bitcoin, I guess it will never be the most anonymous coin. That's because as an investment. As solutions, I would say Nimblecoin, I guess it will achieve a lot in the near future, but it's yet not there. I mean, it's something that it will be starting in 4 months, but keep an eye on with Nimblecoin.
Thank you.